Sometimes camping trips don't go as planned. Here's 3 true camping stories that turned into nightmares. The McStay family, consisting of Joseph McStay, his wife Summer McStay, and their 2 young sons, Gianni and Joseph Jr., mysteriously vanished from their home in Fallbrook, California, in February 2010. Their sudden disappearance baffled friends, family, and investigators alike. Disappearance. On February 4, 2010, the McStay's neighbors noticed that the family's home appeared abandoned. Inside the house, there were signs of a hurried departure, such as food left on the kitchen counter and the family dogs left unattended. The family's car was found parked near the Mexican border, and surveillance footage showed a family resembling the McStays crossing the border into Mexico on foot. Authorities initially believed the family might have voluntarily left the country. Investigation. The case garnered significant media attention, and authorities conducted a thorough investigation. However, leads were scarce, and the case went cold for years. Family and friends were left with no answers about the fate of the McStays. Discovery. In November 2013, more than 3 years after their disappearance, the remains of the McStay family were discovered buried in shallow graves in the Mojave Desert, approximately 100 miles from their home. The discovery was made by an off-road motorcyclist. The bodies were badly decomposed, making it challenging to determine the cause of death. Unsolved mystery. The McStay family case became one of the most high-profile unsolved mysteries in California. Many questions remained unanswered, including why the family had suddenly left their home and who was responsible for their deaths. The circumstances surrounding their disappearance and murder raised suspicions of foul play, and investigators began treating the case as a homicide. Arrest and trial. In 2014, Charles Chase Merritt, a business associate of Joseph McStay, was arrested and charged with the murders of the McStay family. Prosecutors alleged that financial disputes and embezzlement led to the killings. Merritt's trial began in 2019, and he maintained his innocence throughout the proceedings. The trial shed light on the complex web of financial and personal relationships among the McStays and Merritt. In June 2021, Merritt was convicted of the murders and sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. The McStay family's tragic and mysterious case serves as a chilling reminder of how a seemingly ordinary family's life can take a dark and unexpected turn, leading to a haunting and unresolved mystery that captured the public's attention for years. Dennis Martin was a 6-year-old boy who vanished under baffling circumstances during a family camping trip in the Great Smoky Mountains National Park on June 14, 1969. The Martin family, along with another family, the Key family, had planned a fun-filled camping adventure in the park. Disappearance. On that fateful day, the children, including Dennis, his brother Douglas, and the Key boys, were playing a game of hide-and-seek near the Spence Field shelter. As they played, Dennis hid behind a bush, and when it was his turn to jump out and surprise the others, he did not appear. His father, William Bill Martin, watched as his son vanished before his eyes, seemingly into thin air. It was a sunny afternoon, and Dennis was there one moment and gone the next. Extensive search. A frantic search for Dennis was immediately initiated by his family, but despite their efforts, they found no trace of him. The search quickly escalated as park rangers, volunteers, and even Green Berets from nearby Fort Bragg joined the effort. Helicopters, search dogs, and hundreds of individuals combed through the rugged terrain for weeks, but no clues or signs of Dennis were discovered. Mysterious circumstances. The puzzling aspect of Dennis Martin's disappearance was the lack of any evidence or witnesses. There were no cries for help, no sounds of struggle, and no footprints or traces of his presence. The search was exhaustive, covering a 54-square-mile area, but it yielded no answers. Theories. Various theories emerged to explain Dennis Martin's disappearance. Some believed he might have been abducted by a stranger, while others speculated that he could have encountered a wild animal, such as a bear. However, no conclusive evidence supported any of these theories. Ongoing mystery. Despite the extensive efforts to locate Dennis, the case remains unsolved to this day. It is one of the most baffling disappearances in the history of the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. the Martin family endured immense grief and never received closure regarding their son's fate. The disappearance of Dennis Martin is a haunting and enduring mystery, leaving many questions unanswered. It serves as a stark reminder of the unpredictability and vastness of wilderness, where even experienced hikers and campers can vanish without a trace, leaving their loved ones and the world with a profound sense of mystery and loss. The disappearance of David Paulides' son. In 2010, David Paulides, a former police officer turned investigative journalist, was camping with his family in the remote and rugged wilderness of Colorado's Rocky Mountains. They had chosen a beautiful spot in the San Juan National Forest for their camping adventure. However, what was intended to be a relaxing family trip took a terrifying turn. David's young son, who was with the family, suddenly went missing while they were setting up their campsite. Despite their immediate efforts to locate him, they couldn't find a trace of the boy. Panic set in as they realized their child had disappeared without a sound. David Paulides, drawing upon his law enforcement background and passion for missing person cases, initiated a thorough search for his son. He coordinated with local authorities, search and rescue teams, and volunteers to scour the wilderness. However, the search yielded no clues or signs of the missing boy. What makes this story particularly unsettling is the eerie and unexplained aspects surrounding the disappearance. David's son was a young child, and the speed and manner in which he vanished remain a mystery. There were no footprints or tracks to follow, no sounds of struggle, and no evidence of animal attacks. It was as if he had simply vanished into thin air. After an exhaustive and emotionally draining search, David's son was never found, leaving the family devastated and bewildered. The case remains unsolved, and David Paulides has since dedicated his career to investigating and documenting similar mysterious disappearances in national parks and wilderness areas, compiling them in a series of books called the Missing 411 series. This true story serves as a chilling reminder that even in the serene beauty of the great outdoors, there are elements of mystery and danger that can defy explanation, leaving families with enduring questions and a sense of dread. If you want to hear more unsettling stories based around true events, make sure to like and subscribe.